So this is maybe my jankiest filming setup yet. I have it propped up on some pillows and it's dark in here and I have the air conditioner running and I have no makeup on. My hair's a mess, but this is a start of a reading vlog. I'm currently in the middle of one physical book and one audiobook. And so I was gonna talk about those, talk about kind of what my reading plans are for the week, and we'll see where this goes from here. My physical book that I'm currently reading right now is Merciful Crow. This is by Margaret Owen. I'm not super far into this. I'm only like 40 pages in. I read a little bit every day, but I'm enjoying it so far. It definitely has, a big caste system that is based on birds. So there's 12 different casts, but because I am reading the physical edition, whenever they mention them, it's pretty easy just to kind of go into the front and see, like, oh, they mentioned Sparrow Caste does this. I think Sparrow Caste is Refuge. Sparrow Caste is Refuge! I was right. But I'm enjoying it so far, but we'll see how it goes. And then my current audiobook is The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. I'm really enjoying it. It's probably going to be a 4-star read, depending on how it goes. But it's like a Russian fantasy with like enchanters, and they're trying to be the king's enchanter. Really interesting, super fun, but also kind of just like a standard YA. There's something super special about it. That's why it's probably going to be more like a 4, but I'm enjoying that. And then after that, I have 2 books checked out from the library's audiobook system that I'm planning to read. I have A Shadow Bright and Burning, which I'm 20% of the way through, and I might DNF. We'll see. I'm not super enjoying it. It's kind of touch and go. I also just got 3 Dark Crowns by Kendara Blake that I'm interested in reading. I'm excited to read it. I know that's kind of like one of those books that people either seem to really like or seem to really dislike, but we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to read it. And then I should be getting Cress in this week as well, and I have a couple books that are coming in within 2 weeks, so those can be in at any point in time. And I know I have Truth Witch coming in, I have The Wrath and the Dawn coming in, I think that's all I have coming in within this next week or so. So we'll see how this goes and update you guys throughout the week, take you along with me. Most of my reading I do at work, so we'll see how that goes. And this is my angle. Okay. So apologies for this super weird angle and the weird glare on my face. I'd filmed 2 clips earlier this morning talking about what I was reading and stuff, but I think they came out really weird, and not that this one's going to be any better. It's the same angle, essentially. I don't know if I can... Is that any better? You still see my wheel. It's what's going to happen because I don't have a ton of time to film today, but I wanted to update you guys on my reading because I'm nearly done with The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye, and I'm really enjoying it. I was able to listen to like an hour and a half of it today on my way to pick up my sister from the ferry. So I only have probably another hour and a half of listening time. So I'm going to finish that up. Maybe tonight I'll try and finish it up, and I'll kind of give you guys my rundown of my thoughts when I finish it. But so far, it's fun. It's not anything wild, crazy, special, but it's definitely not bad. It's a good recommendation. And then I didn't get any more reading of The Merciful Crows done, but I might read some tonight, depending on what's going on. Tomorrow is going to be a busy day because my dad called me on my way to pick up my sister to tell me he bought a puppy, and he didn't tell my mother or my sister. So the only people who know that we're getting a puppy is me and my dad. So tomorrow the puppy is coming home. So late afternoon, the puppy's coming, and then I have to go to work. So tomorrow's going to be kind of a crazy day. We're going to see what tomorrow holds. But at work, I always get a ton of reading done because I listen to my audiobook. So I should have some better thoughts. I'm not sure what I'm going to start tomorrow. I might try and make some progress on A Shadow Bright and Burning. I might DNF it. I haven't officially marked it on Goodreads because I haven't decided if I even want to continue it. I'm like 18% of the way through it on Libby. But we'll see. And then if I don't end up continuing that, I'm either going to listen to Three Dark Crowns by Kendara Blake, or I bought a bunch of books in the Audible. They just did like an Audible summer sale where a bunch of stuff was $5. I got like A Darker Shade of Magic. I got Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I got a couple stuff. So depending on what I think of Three Dark Crowns, if it ends up holding my attention, because I know some people say that it's kind of slow and they weren't crazy about it. So depending on what I think about it, I might read one of those, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated, and this vlog shall continue. Yeah. So I'm in the parking lot at work, so we're hoping nobody at work sees me filming this. But I finished Crown's Game today, and I'm kind of sad because the first like 3/4 of the book were really good for kind of a standard young adult fantasy. I liked it. I was enjoying the characters. I was enjoying the game aspect, all of that. But the last like quarter of it took such a sharp downturn for me. So like the first 3/4 of it were probably like a 4 out of 5. And the last quarter of it was like a 2 out of 5. I really didn't like how it went. I just didn't care what was happening. Like there's all this like crazy stuff happening. I was just like, how much longer of this book do I have? Like I was just dragging through the last 2 hours. Like it took me like the first 4 hours of my shift to finish the last 2 hours of this book. It was just stupid. So I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5. I might read the second. I'm not sure. I think it's duology, but we'll see. So that's that. After I finished Crown's Game though, I started Three Dark Crowns. Lots of Crown books today. And I'm actually quite enjoying it. I have like 3 or 4 hours left of the audiobook, and I know people have said that their big complaint with it is that it's kind of slow and that not a lot happens in the first book, and I definitely see that. But I'm a person who loves world building, who loves character development, getting to learn the characters, and I think if we didn't have all the stuff that we're getting in this first book, then things could suffer in the second and subsequent books. So I'm excited to see what happens later on after kind of Beltrain, that kind of whole thing, and after the murder starts. I'm excited to see when that happens or whatever ends up happening. But right now I'm just really excited to like get to know these characters and get to learn the world and how the different powers work and the different hierarchies. It's a matriarchal society, which is really cool. So I'm enjoying it. After I finish that, I'm probably going on to Cress, and then that'll finish off all my library books. I did end up DNFing A Shadow Bright and Burning. I never even marked it on Goodreads, so it's not like an official DNF, but I was just like, I had no interest in going back to it, and I was just really frustrated with the whole book. So that's my update from my work parking lot in my very foggy car. Okay. Hello everyone. So I finished off Three Dark Crowns today, and I ended up really loving it. I know I was originally saying that it might be like a 4-star read, like a strong 4-star, but it ended up being a 5-star read. I really loved the first 3/4 of the book, but I do understand why people were saying it was kind of slow. For me, it wasn't a huge problem, but I definitely wouldn't have minded more plot. But the last quarter really solidified it for me in terms of it being a 5-star. It was so much excitement, so much fun to read. Not fun in like a good stuff was happening, like people were getting stuff happen, but it was so much fun. I really loved it. My library doesn't have the audiobooks for the other 3, the next 3 in the series, or the next 2 in the series that are out. I keep changing angles because my hand gets tired. I'm really tired right now. But I ended up purchasing the next one on Audible. So that's my update. Finished Three Dark Crowns, gave it a 5 stars. I did start Crest today. I'm about halfway through it. Absolutely loving it just as much as I did the first 2 in the series. So I'm probably gonna finish that soon. I'm really tired, guys. I got home from work a couple hours ago and I need to go to sleep because it's getting late. It's like almost 9 a.m. I think. Paraffin wax on my face. from work. I'm just really tired. So I'm gonna sit here and watch some YouTube and maybe go upstairs after my dad gets home, because I'm watching the puppy right now. So I can't leave and go upstairs and go to sleep. I have to stay up. So yeah, that's my reading update. Welcome back to Catherine's shitty car vlogging angle. But I wanted to update you guys on my reading. I finished Crest today, and it was so good. Like, I know I've really loved the first 2 books of the Lunar Chronicles, Cinder and Scarlet, but Crest I think has been my favorite. I just love these characters so much. I love the plot line so much. Everything is so fantastic. I lost my mind. I'm so excited to read Winter. It should be coming into me in an audiobook form from the library in the next couple days. So I'm going to read that, and I'm kind of sad that this series is coming to a close, but I'm really excited to see how it all wraps up, and I'm really excited to read Fairest and Stars Above, and I really want to read Wires of Nerve, which is the graphic novel for the Lunar Chronicles, and it's dandy. So after Crest, I didn't know what I wanted to read, and I was like at work, and I was really stressed out, or what I wanted to listen to, semantics, and I was really stressed out because I had so many options. I just put up my TBR video yesterday, I think, or the day before, I don't remember, and I have so many fantastic books that are like super popular on my TBR. I have like A Darker Shade of Magic, I have Vicious, I have Scythe, I have Warbreaker on my TBR that I have on Audible, like currently accessible. But I was so stressed out that I didn't know what I wanted to read, and I was nervous I was going to start a book and I wasn't going to love it, that I was like, I'm not going to read any of those. I'm going to read Timekeeper by Tara Sim, which is a steampunk novel. It's gay. There's clocks. He can like towns are controlled by clocks, and they have these like timekeepers who have to like clock mechanics who have to like make sure time keeps running in these towns, because if the clock goes down, my work badge, because if the time goes down, then like the time in the town stops working. I don't know. It's fine. I don't have any issues with it. It's kind of like a middle of the road kind of book. I think it's going to focus pretty heavily on the romance, which I don't mind. It's pretty cute so far. I'm like a third of the way through it, I think. I think I'm like 3 hours into the 9-hour audiobook. But yeah, I know it has a sequel. I think it's a trilogy. I don't know if the third one's out yet, but depending on how this goes, I might read the second book. We'll see. But that's all I have to update you guys on. I don't know what I'm going to read after Timekeeper. It kind of depends on if Winter comes in, because once Winter comes in, I'm dropping pretty much anything I'm reading to read Winter. Driving while filming a video is really stressful. And I recognize I am so many years behind the hype of the Lunar Chronicles, but it's what it is. There's a police coming up next to me. Really hope I don't have to explain to him why I'm filming myself in my car. Cool. Anyway, but after I finish Timekeeper, I'm not sure what I want to read. I get super indecisive when it comes to reading. But probably something on my Audible. I don't have anything checked out from Libby right now. Oh, another thing. I discovered last night that I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, which I don't know how I have, because I don't pay for Kindle Unlimited. So I don't know if it comes with Prime or like Student Prime, which I really shouldn't have Student Prime because I'm not a student anymore. But I was looking through the books that were available, and one, I noticed they have The Savage Song on there by V. Schwab, which I thought was pretty interesting. But two, I was like, well, what am I going to read on here? Because I really don't like reading a ton of books on my phone. I was like, you know what we could use Kindle Unlimited for? Trashy new adult romance novels. So that's what I'm doing. The first one I'm reading is called Fake Out. I have no idea who it's by. I'll put it on the screen probably, maybe. We'll see. It is a male-male romance. Essentially, it's a fake dating trope where he has to bring a fake boyfriend to her wedding. I'm only like 10% of the way through it, so nothing remotely spicy has happened, but it's fine. It's, new adult romance, kind of what is to be expected. But that is my reading update. I'll probably only have one more update after this one. So, we'll see. So, I'll keep you guys updated. I need to stop doing this. Do you ever see those things on Twitter that's like bi culture is like unnecessary peace signs? Truly a stereotype. So this is going to be my final check-in for you guys at the end of my week. I had a pretty good reading week this week. I read several good books, I read some not so great books. I did finish Timekeeper today. I ended up giving that 3 stars, so it wasn't anything awful, but it certainly wasn't anything I was in love with. I might continue with the series. We'll see if they're available at the library maybe, or if it gets Scribd back working, or if I'm able to get my hands on like a physical copy of it, I might read it. But I don't know. It wasn't what I was expecting. It was really heavily focused on the romance, and I would have loved more of the atmosphere and the steampunkiness and everything else. It just felt like it was very romance heavy. So that's that. I did start Truth Witch on my ride home, but I'm only like 20 minutes into it, so I can't say much about it. It is what it is. But that is going to be it from me, you guys. And hopefully get this posted today, Sunday. Hopefully the next time you see me, I'll have a new camera, because I did buy a camera. It's coming tomorrow from Amazon. So that's super, super exciting. Fingers crossed it comes in. And it's a good camera that I like. But that's going to be it for me, you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.